Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's start a new series. If you see me against the backdrop of this vehicle, you can understand that this will be some kind of racing series. For those who didn't get the hint, this is actually a racing car. I can tell you all about it. I could make an entire movie because it was truly my dream. In 40 minutes, my close friend Andrei Muzienko will land. He is the vice champion of Ukraine in drifting. He has dreamed of drifting his whole life, and he has achieved it. He is now part of a very cool team. They have a car that they built for drift racing, mind you, for the strongest drifting championship. And for a moment, this car is the Audi A5. Have you ever heard of something like this before? And the second car is the Porsche Cayenne. Have you ever seen or heard anything like this? Porsche Cayenne for drifting. So I invite you to go spend time with Andrei Muzienko and then head to the Drift Festival. I think the series will be intense. When Andrei told me that we indeed needed to drive up to meet the vehicle, I expected to see a lot. I didn't expect to see such a truck. This is already a serious level. Here, in fact, is the Porsche. I saw this Porsche Cayenne once in my life when we were in Las Vegas, but it didn't have this kind of wrapping back then. Right now, it looks incredibly stylish. This is going to be a great weekend. Let's see what he has inside. Frame movements, a little bit of music, a seat from Bentley. We flew to the destination by airplane safely and comfortably. Here we are in such a cozy little village. Someone is sleeping. And where is my car? They didn't bring it again, damn it. The pilot's briefing is already underway. All the training sessions, all the rides start in 4 hours. Here, all the cars look, but clearly not like they are from a showroom. It is clear that these cars have obviously already seen a lot of life and experience. In the interior of the Chayenne 46, which had been sitting for 4 months, it could be rinsed off somehow. But here, no one worries about that. Let's carefully examine the current condition of the car after the intense battle season. Does it still have at least one living spot? This guy, he has been breaking those cars his whole life. Look at this Kevlar. There's literally no intact spot on it. If it were just plastic, it would have all shattered. Surprisingly, she only has the roof intact. You could have easily dented it a little. Well, let me give you a brief and light tour. I hope you can hear me clearly, and hopefully well. From the sounds, you can tell that the circuit races have already started. At first, I thought it was Forsberg's car. Well, it might be his, but it's some kind of training car, because the combat version has a different engine. I saw their drift taxi on Instagram, on YouTube, and Facebook. Those who do not want to rent accommodation live in tents. This car looks like a true combat vehicle, racing through the city.
Over there?
Yeah, so go down, you can straight go to there, and then you do a manji, and then you can come out.
I'll be just drifting to turn, drive to the next one. Drifting,
but like, and then this one here.
We drove around, checked out the track, and they brought us to the most insane spot. Just look at this. Look at the elevation changes. Let's take a look under the skirt of this 46th. Well, nitrous oxide I already know for sure. Winters, fittings, hoses. But here, in short, I see that there is a lot of money. It's clear that it's all made of carbon Kevlar. Of course, you can't push it, but you see how it flexes. This solution is strange. I don't like it. It looks terrible, but it was probably made practical for something. This is what carbon Kevlar looks like everywhere. But it doesn't really look very nice sticking out like that. well, everything in the interior is also very beautiful.
But it's, as I said, it was a testing factor.
In the park, there are many cool cars, but the Audi is attracting a lot of attention. Audi and Cayenne. All the partners who have any tents set up here come over, asking questions and offering something. They are the detailing service providers. I think it's expensive. Look at these scales. How could anyone even come up with something like this? What else can I say? This is definitely motorsport. We are currently at the pit lane, and we brought this amazing car. They say that the new tires are enough for 2 runs, which is just an incredible level. What makes me happiest is that Andriuka and I once filmed an interview. I don't know, we were about 18 years old at the airport. And Andriuka then said that he wants to tie his life to drifting. And I can tell you that he has achieved this. Moreover, Andriuka has a very significant event that is much more important than all this drifting. Andriuka's daughter was born yesterday.
Something was missing with the handbrake. The brake is sufficient.
Well, quickly, through the gap.
Well, it's about 150, you know, sometimes.
Well, there. Where those jumps started, I thought that was it. It was very scary. But at least I'll tell you my feeling in a few words. For the first time in my life, I drove at such speed sideways on such a track. When Music pulled the handbrake for the first time, I didn't even realize how fast we were going because the track is just too huge. After the first lap, the brakes on the Audi overheated. But it turned out that the brakes overheated not only on the Audi. Now Music is changing the reduction on Winter. He is installing a shorter gear. Well, that's it. The races are over for today. They have been over for about an hour and a half. In the technical park, everything is already quiet and calm. Everything is just perfect. Even though we haven't slept for more than a day, we still haven't eaten anything at all. We were just drinking all sorts of energy drinks, and I enjoyed it to the max. Now we're going to grill some meat and make hookahs. I'm really glad I ended up here with their team, because in reality actually it's really cool. I saw how everything happens, how all this action unfolds from the inside, so I won't say much because I don't have the energy. Let's continue tomorrow.